This video is brought to you by WANDERLUXE. WANDERLUXE is an international travel agency that do year-round custom and group trips to destinations all over the world. They basically handle your flights, accommodations, activities, and more. They were kind enough to send me on a trip to Turkey, which made this video possible. I personally had a 10 on 10 experience, so plan your next adventure with WANDERLUXE today. Wake up. Get ready. Commute. Uni. Work. Sleep. Wake up. Get ready. Commute. Uni. Work. Sleep. Wake up. Get ready. Commute. Uni. Work. Sleep. It may only be today, but I can already give you a recap of tomorrow. Wake up, get ready, commute, uni, work, sleep. Repeat, 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 repeat. It's the same room, the same four walls, the same route, the same routine. A pattern. A way of life that is just imprinted in my brain. Am I living life, or is life just happening? Then suddenly, life is given meaning again. A purpose, a driving factor, anticipation, excitement. There's a glow within you and a spring in your step because you're going on an adventure. Bagel. Istanbul. No 2 days in Istanbul ever looked the same. It was the starting point of our journey ahead, a mix of old and new, an amalgamation of cultures, rich history, the tastiest food at every corner. A city so alive and captivating. First, we learnt the ways of public transport, which I'm a bit too used to at this point. So I thought I would have to not take the metro anymore, but here we are again. Except this metro is really sketchy. I can't tell if that's a guy waiting or if that's a homeless man.
So we're
I feel like the way the streets are made and everything, it's just so cozy.
It's very
cozy. You know, like, it's cold, but it's warm, you know?
Okay. It's very cold, actually.
No, I mean, like, the weather is cold, but the feeling is warm. Because, like, everywhere there's, like, food, they offer, like, hot stuff, you know? It's, like, very...
loving.
Like, yeah, like, kind of nice.
They give you a warm hug on these cold streets of Istanbul.
Right? Like, that's what the streets feel like.
Yeah.
A warm hug.
Yeah.
And then we made our way to the Grand Bazaar, first shopping mall in Turkey from the time of the Ottoman Empire. Oh my god, so we're here at Nusret and we just met Solvay. Oh He's posing.
Oh no, he does this a lot.
I don't think I've ever met better salespeople than Turks.
We got tea.
The Grand Bazaar isn't too bad.
It's not too bad. Some people are very nice
Some people are
here.
extremely nice. Like this gentleman here. Thank you so much. Who offered us free Turkish delights and tea.
And tea. I had the best Turkish delight at the store.
Yeah.
And I also just had the best tea.
This is pomegranate tea.
And this is blueberry?
Mulberry.
Mulberry. What is mulberry? It's so nice.
You could go to a place with no intention of buying anything at all, but then end up blowing like all of your daily budget because these salespeople will convince you that you absolutely need to buy stuff.
Nice t-shirt for your home.
What is this sales tactic?
So much to see with so little time. It hadn't even been 24 hours in Turkey and I was already smitten by it. Prosperous and bustling by day and by night. Istanbul nights. Now that is something that deserves a whole segment of its own. So we're gonna be coming back to that later.
It's currently snowing and raining.
After a bit of exploring and indulging in food that looked so tasty at pretty much every stop of the way,
We're like two homeless people watching the food being made inside.
we found a cute little place to warm ourselves up with some hot chocolate. And now it's time for some hot chocolate thoughts.
The reason Turkey is the perfect country that everybody loves is because no matter where you're from, east or west, no matter which side you belong to, either in the east or the west, when you're in Turkey, you feel like the other half is your half too. Because Turkey is that place that brings people together, which is why they need foreign investment, because it's a very appealing country to a huge demographic. Turkey in itself is a product to be marketed.
It's like it combined the Asians and the Europeans together. And if the Asians come, they're like, I feel a connection with the European side.
Exactly.
And it's vice versa.
Exactly.
And they're all like very considerate people.
It's snowing. Anyway, we're leaving Istanbul today and going on with our journey. I decapitated my snowman! I have come to the conclusion that the coffee in Turkey is superior.
This is probably the best coffee
This
I've
is
ever.
amazing coffee. The second conclusion is Turkish tea is also superior. Smells amazing in here, and we haven't eaten anything. I am so hungry.
Oh yeah, but it's not.
And so with food in our system, we were ready to go up a mountain.
Inside a cloud. have made it to Bursa, like to the top of the mountain. It's not even the top, it's like the level before the top. I'll be really honest, I want to ski, but I'm too cold to ski. Anyway, the snow here is beautiful. I don't think I've ever seen this much snow in my life. Yeah, like my feet are literally sinking. Look at the snow. I am just sinking in the snow. I'm stuck in the snow. These are big snow angels. This is something I've wanted to do my whole life.
Oh my god, you're doing it!
Now yours has a fat ass.
As you can clearly tell, this winter wonderland civilization was very fascinating to me. I met some new furry friends.
He's hugging you!
Lounged around in the snow, which was very exciting for my inner child that hasn't grown up around this much snow before. And then it got too cold.
So here you pick the meat and then you go and cook it yourself. And we're doing this because we're so cold and we just want to stand next to the fire.
Yeah, literally, this is our hack.
Oh my god, what's a nice meal? This is truly an experience. And we cooked it ourselves. It's so cold. We have no idea where we even are.
By this point, it got way too cold to go on, so we needed to take a short break to get warm again.
What are you doing?
I'm just warming my feet.
I think what fascinates me the most is how dynamic nature is. Beauty takes form in so many different variations of nature, each so mesmerizing in its own way. Like the fact that if it's too cold, the clouds literally just start dropping tiny ice shapes is just so cool. Like, God, how do you do that? Wow, this is like having my own personal ring light. Hi, I'm currently in my hotel room. We got back from... I forgot what the place is called, but we were up on a mountain in a lot of snow. So right now it just feels really nice to be surrounded by some warmth. That's pretty much what's going on right now. I might go out tonight. I might, because I like to explore and I don't think I'm gonna spend the entire night sitting in my hotel room. But also, I wouldn't mind sitting in my hotel room all night because it's a pretty nice hotel room. Like, let me show you guys. So here's the corner of the room. That is the disc. That's the mini bar that we don't even need to open. A mirror. And of course, a beautiful view of the city. This opens. So look, you can see outside. It is so pretty outside. Oh my god. Anyway, I've had enough of the cold for now. I'm gonna close that. After some late night Bursa explorations.
Where are we? This is so cool.
The yummiest 3 milk cake I've ever had and some shenanigans.
We are literally in a snow globe and they're shaking us.
The night ended with a blur and morning came along. Oh, that is a beautiful morning.
So is this the first or the second day of the trip?
This is the third day of the trip.
Okay, so this is the third day of the trip. It's our third morning in
It's
Turkey.
my third morning. It's your second morning.
It's only my second morning?
Yeah.
We've done so much in so little time.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been here for a week. Anyway, I've called Umar into my room to have a coffee with me.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, indeed. I feel like I'm in a snow globe. Like, we are literally in a snow globe. And right now, a kid has taken the snow globe and just shaken it. That's literally what the situation is and where we are. And there's like all these little things. And then
You say that every single time it starts to snow. Like,
because it does feel like a snow globe every time it starts to snow. The world feels small.
I do feel as if we're in a snow globe, and I saw this in the morning when I saw how it looks outside. I was like, wow. Wow. Because of you.
What the why is this turning into a therapy session? I need this for my YouTube channel, you stupid. What's wrong with this guy? I'm gonna have to get Imad on as my guest next time. Literally.
Why don't you get like guest?
What is happening? Note to self. Stop it. You guys wouldn't have heard that conversation because I cut it all out. But note to self is don't do bits with Umar again. Just don't. He turns it into a therapy session. You see the camera, you see a person, you're like, okay, time to talk about the problems. All right, time to have breakfast. See you later.
After a beautiful breakfast and being a bunch of little kids snowball fighting,
I'm just getting ready because we are leaving again in just a few minutes, actually. And today we are off to Izmir, which is super exciting. Okay, so the guy who works at the hotel just came in my room and switched on the mirror, which is also the TV. I mean, I didn't ask for this. I don't know why he did this, but I mean, it's kind of cool. There's a TV in my mirror. We have reached Izmir. There's definitely a difference with the city. Like, the others kind of were in sync with each other, but this one feels a little bit different.
It does feel different.
Like, I don't know. Like, each city kind of has its own personality.
Came to Izmir and we've just been walking. This is where the map brought us, and
You know what the thing is about being a tourist and being in a foreign country where you don't really know anything about the country is you decide to explore. You decide to go on a walk because you're all like, oh, look, it's such a pretty street. Let's go explore it. I'm getting European vibes here. Like, oh my God, look at this alleyway. Hashtag aesthetic. Let's get pictures here, you know? And you could just walk down the shadiest street in town and we wouldn't even know that it's the shadiest street. Like, a bunch of people could have died in that street and we would just be with our phones out like, oh my God, take a picture of me, please. Like, you know, that's literally how we've been walking around this entire trip. Let's just walk, you know? What's gonna happen? We're on a holiday. That proves my point. The map is taking us here. Everything's closed. It's completely dark. There's not a
you know what the map is saying? It literally said go here.
What?
That's the restaurant.
This?
You know what? I don't want to have food here anymore.
Bro, I'm actually scared. Can we leave, like, please?
Oh my god.
So a bit of exploring the city, mingling with the locals, and by morning, we were off to go sightseeing.
So currently we are at some ancient Roman ruins place. So we're gonna be looking at that. But anyway, that's my outfit of the day. Place is so beautiful. I love it. And we've been learning a lot about Roman or Greek history. I'm not really sure what it has to do with Turkey, but Roman history is interesting, I guess.
Now it's time for the only bit of history that I remember from this tour.
Which way? Oh, are these the toilets? These are ancient toilets.
So our tour guide gave us a history lesson on how the Romans used toilets back in the day when doing your business was not a private act.
Picture two Romans sitting there together. Like literally their legs are touching while they're doing their business.
What's up?
What's up? Yeah, man. We just learned how the ancient Romans used to poop. And we are currently in the toilet.
Latrina, toilet,
Toilet.
the latrine,
The latrine.
and dilatrine.
This is it. This is when you want to do a number one. This is a number two. And this is when your stomach is really bad.
Dilatrine.
What is with the cats everywhere? Dude, there are so many cats here. Just found out this is a library. That is a brothel. I love the Romans, bro. Library, brothel, toilet, all in one. And we found out that the reason a library and a brothel are right in front of each other is because libraries, back in the day, these Romans, I'm telling you, man, these Romans were just on another level. Libraries back in the day used to have secret tunnels which led to brothels. Chilling, reading a book or whatever.
And you're like, you know what?
I'm getting bored.
I read a bit too much of 50 Shades of Romance. Yeah.
What did you just? You literally just
scratched me.
threw the cat.
It scratched
And you're
me.
still. Oh my god! Get away from it! Get away from it! Get away from the cat! Get away from the cat!
Basically, the bottom line is Romans were into some pretty weird shit. So then we had some lunch, which may not look so good, but it was homemade, and you could taste the love in it. The food tasted like, if I had an old Turkish grandma, this is the kind of food she'd make.
There's really not much about this place, like looking at it now, but then thinking about it from the historical perspective, it's pretty cool to know that many, many, many hundreds of years ago, there were entire civilizations here. And now we're just walking over a bunch of rubble. I am a column. I feel like my snot is turning into ice.
You want a mask?
I have a mask.
No, this will help you.
No, I don't want the one that fell on the floor. Umber's giving me a mask that fell on the floor. I have this, it's better and it's thicker.
Oh yeah, it's velvety.
It just kills my aesthetic, so I don't like to wear it.
Can I wear it?
No, give it back. Not this shirt. Yours already fell on the floor once. Mine didn't.
Why'd you throw mine then?
Because yours was on the floor yesterday.
You were so mean.
Omer and I are not friends anymore, by the way. That's the recent development.
Yeah,
I
I'm tired of her
like
shit. She just
I
treats me like a
like
dog.
you.
Look at.
I don't like you. I'm gonna throw you off a corner.
40 days in the dark, 40 nights with no stars, an empty room and a broken mind, no one calling, no sense of time. I came back with a message in my soul that words can't describe, but I gotta let you know. You would not believe what has happened to me. You would not believe what my eyes have seen. You would not believe what has happened to me. No, you wouldn't, baby.
And so after the most perfect day at the countryside, we made it to city number 4. After a short stopover in Cappadocia, we were back on the road to the next part of our journey. From clear skies, a cute little beach town, and green countryside, just a few hours on the road and we entered a different season again, for we were back in winter wonderland. So currently we're at a store where branded clothes like Burberry, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, all that stuff gets manufactured, because a lot of it gets manufactured from Turkey. So, excuse me, you're ruining my bit. Can you please leave?
She's a very good YouTuber. Please watch her content.
Thank you. And he's right. But anyway, we're currently in a place.
Can you give me this bag, please?
Can you get me this bag,
Can you give me
please?
this bag?
Can you please get me this bag? Anyway, so I'm currently in the bag display place because I just really like the bags here. Come on. Come on. It literally matches me. Omer.
Yes, it does.
Come on, I'm such a nice friend.
Genuinely.
So basically at the store you can get things that are way cheaper than retail price, I guess. It's very cheap considering retail price.
Yeah, considering the retail price.
Keeping that in mind, I think I'm gonna shop a bit. So I caved in and bought some shit. Anyway, so now we're off to the next destination, which is like hot springs.
Pamukkale.
We're currently in Pamukkale, and I think we're all going for a swim. I'm a little confused about how that's gonna work, because it's like there's so much white everywhere. So we walked and walked. I'm still trying to figure out where we're swimming. And walked. Getting closer to some water here, so yeah, I do believe that there is some swimming thing going on. Until we finally made it to the Cleopatra antique pool. About to go swimming in like negative degrees weather, but this water is extremely hot.
Going for a swim while it's literally snowing was one of the craziest things we could have done. But what I didn't know was that this would be a moment that felt like magic, engraved in my memory as eternal bliss. For those brief moments inside those pools, we had all transcended out of this world. But then, the moment we stepped out, we were instantly slapped with the harsh, cold reality.
Oh my god, I cannot believe we just did that. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I'm alive. We really just went swimming in this weather. Thank God for clothes. Thank God for warmth. Hello, kitty. Hi. Among this lovely snowy weather are these beautiful thermal hot pools. And if you get an opportunity to swim in a thermal hot pool while it's snowing outside, you should never say no. A coffee after swimming in the snow.
So we spent our evening in Pamukkale just winding down.
Our hotel for the night.
And so just like every other day, when morning came, we were back in the van onto city number 6.
So we have a short stopover in Konya before we reach Cappadocia, because it's a very long drive, and we just stopped to see Rumi's grave and like a museum about Rumi, because he was buried here in Turkey, which I actually had no idea about. We're not actually seeing the grave as we intended to, because it closed an hour ago and we don't know about that. But anyway, I mean, from the outside, if you want to see, that is where Rumi is. I got you. You're an angel. I'm an angel. Let's go.
And by nightfall, we finally made it to our final city.
Right now, I feel like I'm in a movie set. Omar, does this place not feel like a movie set? Please, like, just look around. It's empty because all the cast is away. I feel like I'm in the Truman Show. There's no one. And then it's so, like, quiet.
It is very quiet.
It's so quiet. And what are these houses? They look like paper mache.
Paper mache.
Literally, what is this paper mache houses? Look at this. I'm confused about what this is. Like, why are they all just hubs?
Look at how the snow fell.
Right? So
It's so perfect.
It's so perfect because it's all set up.
What do you have there, Alina? Oh my. Oh.
We need to have an icicle fight.
No.
Grab your weapon, bro. On, guys.
If enchantment took form as a city, it would be Cappadocia. It was as if we drove into a different universe.
a mystical atmosphere. A town that felt like it was made for pixies and elves.
Now, when you hear Cappadocia, you probably think about the iconic hot air balloons. Cappadocia and the hot air balloons were literally on my vision board and bucket list for years. And now that I finally came here, right about now, I would cue the hot air balloon montage with some dreamy music. Unfortunately though, due to weather conditions, hot air balloons weren't in the stars for us while we were here. So to fill the void of not being able to have that experience, we packed our day with a bunch of other activities. First, we visited an underground city where we had a lot of fun roaming around like a family of moles. Then we visited a ceramics art gallery where we got an insight into rich Turkish art history. And finally, we went quad biking. I was swept off my feet by Cappadocia's magic, awestruck for the entire 2 days of being there. After our last night of sentiments and bants, the sun came up before we knew it, and it was time to say goodbye. We're leaving Cappadocia.
We're leaving the Dokes.
It was a bittersweet moment, for the trip wasn't really over yet, but getting on that plane back to Istanbul, we all knew that the next flight after this one would be the one that would take us all home. Nonetheless, we kept our heads high because there was still plenty left to do and see on our last few days in Istanbul. When we returned to Istanbul, we got back to where we left off and continued exploring. We're on an exploration. We have no idea where we are or where we're going or what we're doing. We're literally just walking into little random alleyways, and they're also pretty, and we found this really pretty street. And now we're gonna look for more pretty streets.
That's the coolest about the That's the coolest thing. That's the coolest thing about this place. It's
No,
that
that
you just
really
keep
is.
on walking, you'll find something nice to look at.
Yeah. These streets are multi-dimensional streets. Like, look, the streets have layers. Like, there's a down layer, there's a layer there, there's a layer there. Every single street has multiple layers to it. Okay, if you're a vegan, look away, but oh my god. This is just... I am gonna miss this. Went to touristy landmarks like the stunning Hagia Sophia Mosque. Met Balaj, a fellow Istanbul resident with whom we caught a ferry from Europe to Asia.
admired the Istanbul street culture, and really just took the time to slow down. And let everything around us just sink in. Deeply and completely immerse myself into this beautiful city to prolong each minute in Turkey as much as possible. So that just about summarizes Istanbul days in the simplest possible way. And now for the segment that I promised I'd be coming back to. Istanbul by night. Captivating, colorful, a dancing city. It's everything it is by day, only amplified. Take a step outside and it will consume you. You'll dance the night away, become best friends with strangers, end up getting lost on the other side of town, and by morning, you'll have the greatest stories of your life. And that was it.
Bye, Alina. Bye, you're back.
Last time walking through Taksim.
Alina saying her final goodbye.
My final goodbye to Taksim.
Istanbul will miss you.
I will miss Istanbul more.
From Istanbul to Bursa, to Izmir, to Cappadocia. From Pamukkale to Konya, then to Cappadocia. A new city every night. And so I closed my eyes in Turkey, and when I opened them, I was back in Dubai. I was in the same bed, in the same room, same city, with the same routine. I feel like I'm only physically in Dubai. Like my body is just doing what it has been programmed to do. Walk, catch a cab, take the metro, switch stations. I'm not thinking about it. It's not registering in my mind. It's not even storing as a memory. It's just happening. It's like my subconscious has taken the wheel to take me through the day while my conscious is somewhere else. I feel a disconnect between my physical and mental being because my heart and mind is still in a dream. But life moves fast, and there's no time to dwell on what's over. So as time goes on, you return back to mundanity again. And when you look back at the 2 weeks away, it's hard to believe that they really even happened. But you see, to say, wow, Turkey was amazing, being in Dubai sucks, that just makes me sound like an ungrateful twat. Because it's not about the place itself, but rather how long you've been in a place. Perhaps if I lived in Turkey, my eyes wouldn't see it the way I did while I was visiting. For somebody else, coming to Dubai is their 2-week-long dream. Spend a day with a child. Those tiny humans are a prime example of true satisfaction. The most ordinary things make them so happy, so excited, give them meaning. But as we grow up, we become these grumpy, easily unsatisfied beings who get stuck in a way of life and forget how to live again until the day that we die. But that can't be it. That can't be all life has to offer. And it isn't. I'd like to think that God or the universe has created the world for us to explore as the means to quench our dissatisfaction, because we're born to be explorers, to find those things that bring us utmost contentment, to seek the things that bring back childlike wonder and excitement. But the only way to do that is by breaking your routine, to make life feel like a dream. Not because you want to, but because you need to. And so every day that goes by, deep within you, your heart is waiting for the anticipation, the excitement, and the adventure to return. Waiting for the moments where life feels like a dream again.